Welcome to episode 43 of the LorainCounty.com Business Insights Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Skimmon, and today we're talking with Ed Stewart, president of Stewart TV and Appliance. Join us as Ed takes us through the history and operations of his family-owned appliance store established in 1946. He discusses the unique challenges of competing against big box retailers, the advantages of having a dedicated service department, and the impact of building long-term customer relations. Ed also shares insights into effective marketing strategies in the digital age and his vision for the company's future, including leadership transition in a family-owned business. This episode is part of the Expo Spotlight series, where we talk with local businesses who will be exhibiting at the Lorain County Chamber of Commerce Business Expo. The expo is held each year on the first Thursday of November at Tom's Country Place in Avon. For more information, visit LorainCountyChamber.com/expo. Here is my conversation with Ed Stewart.
Ed Stewart, President, Stewart's Appliance.
Welcome, Ed. Thanks for joining us and sharing your insights. Could you provide an overview of Stewart TV and Appliance?
We are a family-owned independent appliance store in Elyria. We've been here since 1946, selling appliances, televisions, servicing. That's our main forte, is we have a service department available for the appliances we sell. We have all the same major brands that the big box stores carry. We have Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, LG, General Electric, a couple other higher-end lines like Wolf, Sub-Zero, Fisher and Paykel. We also carry Bosch, which is mainly in dishwashers, but we carry a full line of their appliances as well.
You mentioned big box stores. I assume competing against them can be difficult. What strategies have you implemented to differentiate your store from the large national chains?
It comes back down to having the service department. We would never get credit in the past as being competitive or even better priced than big box stores. But with the advent of the internet, people can go online and find out, hey, they're the same price. A lot of people want to support local.
Can you describe your typical customer?
That's very broad because we have a lot of older clientele that have been buying from us for years. We have a lot of new customers recently. Again, thank the internet for that. Our ideal customer is somebody who puts value together to see that there's more than just a price attached to a purchase.
What marketing and sales techniques do you find most effectively reach your local customers?
Word of mouth has been number one, but anything digital today versus on the internet and is probably our primary avenue of reaching out to customers. Marketing today has been so fractured up. In the old days, we just had print and radio. You got print, radio, television, and of course, back then you had maybe 3 stations. Now you got hundreds of stations. Of which one do you be on? What times? Social media, which ones do you go on there? Basically, our website and just trying to point customers to our website has been the most effective way.
Stewart's has been around since 1946. What do you think has been the key to the company's longevity? How has the appliance industry evolved over the years, and how has Stewart's adapted to these changes?
It comes back down to having a service, and service comes in many forms, but the main one is if Mr. Smith has a problem with something, they can pick up the phone and call us and say, hey, I need somebody to take a look at this. We started out primarily as a TV radio shop. We did repairs on TVs and radios because when we started out selling appliances, the only place you could buy a refrigerator or an electric stove or gas stove was through either the electric company or the gas company back in the late 40s, early 50s. So once that opened up to independent retailers, things progressed from there.
As a family-owned business, what challenges do you see, and how is the transition in leadership from your dad to you, and then will you pass it on to your son?
I do have my son working in the business, and hopefully someday he can just take over the reins and run it the way he would like and take it. Challenges today with a family-owned business is that it's hard because, number one, working with siblings sometimes can be challenging, but we still can sit around and talk and enjoy Thanksgiving or Christmas together. So I think we've done a pretty good job there. The hardest part, I think, is it seems like we get put to a higher standard than, say, a big box chain. And sometimes it's hard to be consistently on top of your game, let's say. We do make mistakes as well. They will let us know when we do.
How do you measure success at Stewart's?
Success comes in the form of you have dedicated employees working for you that have been around a long time, repeat customers, especially when you see generations coming through, 3-4 generations now for some of these people.
Let's switch over and talk a little bit about you. What is your background?
I grew up in the business. I evolved with the business over the years. I think when you're 20, 30 something, you think you know everything you don't know, and just grown into running the business over the years. It's a progression. Learn as you go, make a lot of mistakes, learn from them. Don't be afraid to take risks. I had a lot of success by taking risks. If you don't take the risk, not as successful.
Personally, what are you most proud of accomplishing at Stewart's?
Again, it comes back to a testament to the dedication of the employees and working with you, and then the customers coming back. It's a good feeling.
Going forward, what are your personal goals? What would you still like to accomplish?
I would like to see the baton get handed off to my son in the next 5 years. I'd like to be able to step back and watch them figure it out.
I know you're very involved in the Elyria community. You want to talk about some of the things you do?
Part of the Elyria Rotary Club. Of course, we're a member of the LorainCounty Chamber. We try to help the schools out when we can. There's always a need out there, and we try to be involved as much as possible with that.
Outside of work, what are your hobbies and interests, and how do they help recharge you?
My most recent hobby has been camping. I've only been camping for the last 5-6 years. My wife grew up doing it. We never did it when our kids were growing. I fell in love with it, and we enjoy setting aside a weekend or a week just to get away. And then we'd like to travel different areas, and we'd like to antique and go check other communities out.
Finally, where can people get additional information about Stewart's Appliance and connect with you?
Our website, StewartAppliance.com. That would be the easiest way, or they're always welcome to call in or stop in. I'm available most times, whether they connect with me or one of my sisters or one of my salespeople.
Thanks, Ed, for joining us and sharing your insights.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the LorainCounty.com Business Insights Podcast. We hope you found this conversation informative and that it provided some ideas that will help your business continue to grow. Please follow us on your favorite podcast platform to hear each episode where we shine a spotlight on local resources that will boost your business. And we want to hear from you. Email ed@LorainCounty.com to share your feedback and topic ideas.